So basically, the MLSA Ghana Days is an event organized by Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors in Ghana, and it is an MLSA, that's Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors, is an on-campus. They are an on-campus representative for Microsoft promoting Microsoft technologies. So this event, which is the MLSA Days, the first day that we're having, it is to seek to bring together the Microsoft MVPs and cloud advocates to come together and talk about Microsoft technologies and also bring various students on university campuses together. So hopefully today we'll be talking about, MLSA Days is also a 2-day event focusing on breaking into tech/internships, cloud computing and IoT, Microsoft Power Platform, data analytics. So we'll be beginning with our first speaker. If the person's on the call. Okay, so our first speaker would be in the person of Olanrewaju Oyinboke, and he's a senior cloud advocate at Microsoft, and he'll be giving us our first presentation for the day. Can we please welcome him?
Right. Oh, okay. So no, the speaker. So I think there's a small like mistake over here. So the speaker is actually Desmond. Desmond will first, as a student ambassador, will taking us through like a very quick presentation. So Desmond, once we're on the call, just start with the presentation, and after that, Kleinako will also start. Yeah. So Desmond, as I can see you in the call, just start with the presentation. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much for this. Please, first off, can you confirm if you can hear my voice clearly?
Yes, please. I can hear your voice, and I can your
Thank
slides
you.
is almost showing. Yeah, I can see your slides also.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So, my name is Desmond Daze. I'm at the beta milestone of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program. I'm a student at the University of Cape Coast, and if you'd like to reach me, the email below is how you can easily reach me. I'll be talking on the purpose of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program. So let's look at our outline for today. We are going to consider the history of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program, then follow up with the purpose of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program, then the advantages and also the milestones of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program. So let's start with the brief history of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program. Well, the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program first started off with the name Microsoft Student Partners. Then in 2001, it was initiated in 2001. At that time, it was operating in just 15 countries for 5 years. Then in 2006, the program was expanded worldwide to cover 50 countries. On July 20th, 2020, the program rebranded from Microsoft Student Partners to Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors Program. Let's look at the purpose of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors Program. Well, the program is an education and also a promotion program to sponsor undergrads and also postgraduate students that are majoring in disciplines related to technology. So be it computer science, information technology, cybersecurity, and the like. Another importance of the program is also to enhance students' employability. And they do this through trainings in product-specific skills that are not typically taught in their classrooms or at our lectures. The Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors program actually is a global group of on-campus ambassadors. And one characteristic of these ambassadors is they are eager to help their students, their colleagues, and also their communities lead in their local tech circles, develop technical and career skills for the future. So as a student ambassador, you might find yourself organizing campus hackathons, mentoring other students, giving talks here and there, all with the aim of helping your colleagues and also the community to scale and also to improve their career skills for the future. The advantages of the Saint Ambassadors program. Well, there are tons of advantages you stand to gain, but I'm just going to highlight a few for the sake of time. First off, you get the opportunity to have interaction with an amazing community from all over the world. You also get the opportunity to have an outstanding experience that you can add to your resume, and adding to your resume that you were a student ambassador honestly can really improve and also make your CV very, very good. You also have the chance to have live hands call with other leads of MLSA programs and also their community as well. We also have Microsoft products like Microsoft Office, Visual Studio Enterprise, and the like. And you get premium versions of these because you're a student ambassador. You also get access and the opportunity to attend the Microsoft Student Ambassadors Summit, which happens yearly. You get access to Microsoft Technical Certification vouchers that you can use to write some of these Microsoft certifications. LinkedIn Learning is there. You get swag box, guidance from experts, also opportunity to organize and also conduct events. And one of the things that I personally have experienced is you get the opportunity to meet amazing personalities from all over the world. Now, let's look at the milestones of the Student Ambassadors Program. So if you apply for the program and you are accepted into the Microsoft Student Ambassadors Program, you become a student ambassador. You get access to Microsoft 365 and the other packages you get access to. In order to transcend or move to the next milestone, you would have to complete a learning path. So you pick a learning path of your choice. It can be Azure, it can be on AI and the rest. So you just pick one that you're interested in it. You complete that learning path so that you get some understanding or more knowledge into that field. After that, if you're able to successfully complete the learning path, you are advanced into the alpha milestone. For the alpha milestone, you get the Azure Creative, Visual Studio, the Microsoft Technical Certification vouchers, and many others. Now, to move from alpha to beta, you have to complete a technical onboarding to show that indeed you understand the skills that you've learned and you can teach others. And you have to also host an event. So you learn the skills and you host an event to show that you understand and you can also teach others and help them to upskill as well. From the beta milestone, we have the major or the last on the top, that is the gold milestone. So as you keep on hosting events, you help your community, you write articles, you do a lot of things to help people come to upskill, then you can be nominated for the gold ambassador milestone. So what are the benefits of the gold ambassador milestone? Well, you get up to like 4 more Microsoft Technical certification vouchers. So that's if you've been able to previously clear the ones that you have, then you get additional 4 to write on any of your choice. You also get the opportunity to lead programs, to speak at conferences and the like. Also, you get mentorship for the Microsoft Most Valuable Professional or MVP, and even get considered for the Microsoft Most Valued Professional nomination. So these are the milestones that we have in the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors Program. And this is my short presentation for the purpose of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors Program. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Desmond, for your presentation. We learned a lot, such as the Pepper's history, milestones, and the advantages of the MLSA program. Okay, so now moving on to the next one, we'll be taking a short presentation from Klein Yako on the state of MLSA in Ghana. So Klein Yako, please, you're welcome.
All right. So Kleinyanko, okay, let me tell you something. So Kleinyanko, let me change my slides. I'm coming. See this. Okay, coming. Okay, so Kleinyanko is it's not available right now because he has some mid-semester exams to write. So I'll be speaking on behalf of him on this session or on this talk. So Kleinyanko is an Alpha student ambassador, and because of what I said, he's not available now. Right. So this is the MLSA Ghana report, which seeks to show or highlight the number of students and number of student ambassadors we have in Ghana, number of student ambassadors we have in Ghana, then in the like in Ghana across Ghana and also in our various universities. So when it comes to the new student ambassador, I think Desmond highlight what the new student ambassador is about. So when it comes to University of Ghana and Cape Coast and Ashesi, we have like one student ambassador each in who are new student ambassadors in these schools. Then in Kwame Kuma and KNUST, we have three new student ambassador over there. And then once we come to the Alpha Students Ambassador. In Accra Technical University, it's a mistake over here. We have two student ambassadors, which is Klein and also Ernest. Then in Kwame Kuma, KNUST, then put in short, KNUST, we have one, and University of Ghana, we have one. When it comes to the Beta student ambassadors, Beta are people who have hosted an event and the event has been approved and they are constantly like engaging the community, hosting events, imparting and contributing to the community. So in Kwame Nkrumah Technical University, they are leading with 8, followed by University of Ghana 2, then from Academic City University College through to University of Energy and Natural Resources. We have one each over there, and you can see. And we also, if you want to be a student ambassador, I have written the blog. So in the course of the event, I'll share the link to the blog post. And also we have a video tutorial that shows you how to apply. So there's a written one and also there's a video tutorial if you want to apply and also engage students in your school, help educate people like in your community, and our community here is our various campuses and other campuses as well, right? So and then we have the Gold Student Ambassadors. So for the Gold Student Ambassadors, the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program announced the new set of Gold Student Ambassadors this year on January 26th or on January 26th, 2023, and in the quarterly during the quarterly town hall meeting. And they announced Gold Student Ambassador. Before we have one Gold Student Ambassador, but he has graduated and is now a Microsoft MVP. And is in the person of Shadrach Inusa, who will be speaking after me. Who will be speaking on Power Platform. So we'll be speaking next. Mr. Olaranju Oyembuki will be our guest speaker to talk on the breaking into tech and slash internships. He'll be our second speaker for today. Things have changed, so I'll have to let you guys know. So we have Accra Technical University. We have one student ambassador, which is me. I am Prince Adimado. I'm the Gold Student Ambassador in Accra Technical University. Then we have one student ambassador we call Franklin Owagu, who is in the CK Tandem University of Technology and Applied Sciences, and we have one Gold Student Ambassador, University of Cape Coast. with the person of Seth Ado, right? Seth Ado. So thank you very much. This is the small session talk I would like to the state of the Go student like Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador and the number in each of the community. So if you are here and it maybe and you don't you don't know whether there are student ambassadors in your community, and at least this report to show you that there are student ambassador in your community. And if there is like there isn't any student ambassador in the community, you share the resources and you help you to apply and you get and hopefully you get accepted into the program. So thank you very much. And so the moderator for the next session to take over. Thank you very much. I am Prince Adimado. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Prince. You're all once again welcome. My name is you can switch off your video for some of us who might have data issues. Yes, thank you very much. So you're all welcome once again. My name is Angel Chumesi. I'm here at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I'm a beta MLSA. All right, so we move on straight to our first guest speaker. Prince, is he available now? Prince.
Our next speaker is Shadrach. Yes. So I said our
Okay.
next speaker is Shadrach Inusa. I don't know whether he's
Okay,
on the
all right.
call. So I'm in touch. So
I've
so let us
I've
join
seen
the call.
Shadrach here.
Yeah, he's on the call.
All right.
Okay. So
I've
that's
seen
great.
Shadrach.
So
All right,
Shadrach,
so
yeah.
yeah. So of course, yes. The finest boy amongst the group is the most finest boy amongst the group. He's here. Right. So our guest speaker is going to be Shadrach Inusa. Shadrach is a Microsoft Power specialist. Yes, let me use that word. Let me use my words carefully. Microsoft Power specialist, of course. And he's going to lecture us on the topic building mobile apps with Power Apps. In fact, if you want to learn anything concerning the Microsoft Power Platform, he's the best resource personnel that you could ever go to. So Shadrach, over to you.
Yeah, hi guys. Am
Yes.
I able?
Yes, you're audible. But if you can come out a little bit louder, it will be very nice.
I don't know. I don't know if it's my mic.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
not.
I
I'm
think
not actually home, so I'm not using my system. I'm just using the laptop here.
all right, sure. I think it's okay now.
Yeah. All right, that's fine, right? That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, awesome. Okay, nice meeting you guys. I've seen Sewa, Tunisi, Prince, Desmond is here. I know few people here. Nice meeting you all. Yeah, so as Angel mentioned, I'm Shadrach Inusa, right? And then to just continue with my introduction, we move straight into the presentation, okay? So just give me 1, 2, 3 seconds. Let me just get this up and I will share my screen with you guys. Oh, no. Okay, yes. Let's take this off. So let me know if you can see my slide.
Yes, you can see it.
Awesome. All right. So this is Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program. So I have to go with this slide. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about introduction to Microsoft Power Apps or building applications with Power Apps within some few seconds. Right. My name is Shadrach. You can reach out to me with the handle at. Yes. So on the agenda, I was supposed to have more about me here, but then let me just, so as Angel mentioned, yeah, I'm a Power Platform, Microsoft Power Platform specialist at Fidelity Bank, which is also something concerning this program we are talking about currently. And also, if it is about this, then I'm also a co-organizer for the Accra Power Platform user groups as well, also part of this Microsoft thing. I became this throughout this program, right? And it was because of this program that I got access to all this, right? So I was then a Microsoft student partner. That was MSP in the year 2020. That was when I became an MSP. Then from MSP, it was changed to MLSA, which I was still in it. I became Gold Ambassador in the year 2021. Then fast forward 2022, I became a Microsoft MVP. Okay, so all throughout the same process, right? Then we were just two MSP in Ghana, Dawood and I. Dawood also became a Gold MSP. Then from Gold MSP, Dawood moved on to become an MVP in Microsoft Azure AI. That's AI, MVP in AI. So after Dawood, I took over. I started the Microsoft MLSA, what's the name? MLSA Days. I started the MLSA Days in the year 2020, where I hosted Kapui Day. I hosted a few celebrities in Ghana. Then also Miri. I don't know if some of you know Miri. Miri is the global head of internship at Microsoft. I hosted Miri as well. You can check out on Miri Royd. On I think she's on LinkedIn. You can get her on LinkedIn and on Instagram. She's verified actually. So when you see Miri Royd, MIRIROD. Yes, I mean you can learn a lot from her too. I hosted all of them during my internal as the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. So I'm really grateful you guys have taken over to continue with this project. I mean, it's something awesome. I mean, it's great if we push it, or if you guys push it harder, you are going to you are going to develop an impact also to the students as well. Even you can push it to being a physical event, or I mean, it's all up to you guys. So yeah, so that's all about me. And quickly on the agenda, we are going to talk about Power Apps. We are going to create a demo, your first Power Apps with SharePoint list or with list. Okay, we are not going into SharePoint, but we are going to build with list. Okay, so last year Microsoft launched the list, and we are going to use list to create the app. All right, so how to get started, right? And then keep the momentum on. So after the program, then I'll share some links with you guys to get started, right? All right, so what is Microsoft Power Apps? All right, Microsoft Power Apps, right, are applications that everyone can build on for the web and mobile devices, even if you don't have prior coding experiences, right? So as you all know, most of you have actually used it before, or you built one way or the other little application within the Microsoft Power Platform. So that's what it's about. It has this drag and drop interface. You connect it to a data source, then you just go ahead, create an app with it within some few seconds. Just some little PowerFX code, which looks similar like your Excel commands, right? So formulas. So with Power Apps, you can build an application quickly by using the skills that you already have, right? You can connect to cloud services and data sources that you are already using. The Excel is something you're already using. Google Drive, you can connect Google Drive to it. You can connect a whole lot of services to it, which you're already using them already. Okay. You can share your apps instantly so that your co-workers can also use them on their phones and tablets. So you can use it across all devices, okay, all platforms, whether iOS, Android, Windows, anywhere at all. You can just use the application. It runs on the cloud, so you can use it anywhere. So we talk about the Power App Studio. So the Power App Studio, just like you have your development environment for, I mean, the other coding things that we all do, like VS Code and the rest. You know, they are developer environments, okay, for developing apps and things. Power App also has its studio where you develop the application in there. I'll talk about that when we get in there, right? There have been few updates there, so I'll talk about that when we enter there. Then it has connectors. So the connectors are just like the data sources, right? Where it has over 300 plus of connectors. That's where we connect the back end for the application, because the Power App has the interface, but you should have a connector that's a data source for it. So these are the connectors that we have. Let me pick this, Lisa. So there are a bunch of connectors: Excel Online Business, Excel Online OneDrive, Facebook API, Face API. Facebook is also here. File system, form recognizer. There are a whole lot of stuff. You see Gmail also here. There are a whole lot of stuff you can connect or you can link your data source to. All right, so straight away we are going to create our first app in Power Apps with list. I mentioned earlier on with list. So Microsoft launched the list app or the list app inside the 365, the Microsoft 365. That's what we are going to use to build that, right? All right, so let's go into action. Yep, let me just take this off. I hope it goes off. One thing. Oh, it doesn't want to go. All right, so yes. I just want to confirm if you can see my M365 platform. It's visible, right?
Yeah,
we can
we can
see.
see it. Yeah, we can see
Awesome.
it.
So to get access to your M365, all you need to do is to visit office.com. Office.com. So this is your portal, right? Some of you might not have access or might not have M365 account. So that's fine. I don't know, but Prince can share. I will share it with him so he can share it with you guys, or I will just try and pick it here quickly. Share it with you guys. Those who have not created one, or those who don't have one yet. For the student ambassadors, they have access to M365. But for those who are new here, who don't know how to get this, it's free for development purposes or for learning purposes. So I'm going to share the link with you guys. Then you can also create one. But before you can create, make sure you have a Microsoft account. Having a Microsoft account means you are having Outlook account or Hotmail account, right? If you have that, then you can use that to create one. And it's free. When you create it, you can actually start using it to build all applications that you want. That's what we all started using. Okay, that's what also got us started, right? Quickly, if you click on the app launcher, you are going to have access to all the applications. If you click on all apps, you have access to all the applications inside the M365. Okay. If you click on Explore, it will all open on the, how do you call it? It will open on the window for you to see. So everything will open on the window here. You can see everything here. So what we are going to look for is that we want to build a list. The list is going to be our back end. And as I mentioned to you earlier on, this is the list. So Microsoft launched list as an app here now, which you can use. Because going into SharePoint to use SharePoint list is also another thing on its own, right? But if you get used to the list, then you should be able to build also with this. So first, we are going to open the list. You realize how awesome the list is, and I'm sure you're going to appreciate it, right? So I don't need this. All right, so when you come to the list, you see new list. So first of all, if I'm rushing or I'm moving faster, I went to the Office 365, right? Then I went to all apps. That's I click on the app launcher here. Then from the app launcher, all apps. From all apps, there is list here. Okay, list is just here, popping up. It's just here. So list is part of it. I'm sure even if you search for it here, you should see it as well. List. You get it, right? So when list is opened, you realize it has the same feature for SharePoint list. I mean, for those who know about SharePoint list, okay, it has the same feature. But then one awesome thing about it is, so you can actually install list. You see it has popped up for me to install actually. So one awesome thing about it is it has a lot of what do you call it? A lot of templates. Okay, so these are templates, a lot of templates. I would have used a template, but then I want you to know how to create lists, right? So we are going to create a blank list. You can also export, you can actually import from an Excel. So if you have an Excel saved in data form, you can actually import it to this list. At work, that's what I mostly do because we have most of the work in Excel. I ask for my data in Excel, then I import it to list. Or you can use you can take the data model from an existing list as well. So this is the blank list. Sorry. So inside the blank list, we are just going to give it a name. So MLSA Ghana Days 2023. So this is the name of our list. Then you can give it a description. You can give it a color. All right. So there are several colors here. You can give it a color. You can pick Hey, guys, can you hear me? Sorry, I think my internet went off. I don't know what happened.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Awesome. Sorry about that. You can see my screen too as well.
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, that's awesome. All right, so creating the list, you can pick icons for your list as well. So these are icons that you can pick. You have this, you have that. There are a whole lot of bunch of icons you can pick. Then save to. So it's actually my list, right? So we are going to create a list quickly. All right, so this is the list, and it is blank, as I mentioned to you earlier on. And it's the same. This is the same as SharePoint list that we all know, right? But this time around, this list is standing on its own. So those of you who know about the SharePoint list and you don't know about this list, okay, this has been there. I think it was launched somewhere last 2 years or last year somewhere about, if I can remember. So now I'm going to create columns, right? So I'll call this column maybe because it's an event. So let's say name. I want to use something else. Let me say product. Right, product. So that's the product name, right? And I'll save this. So you guys know about data types, right? When you are trying to create a column, you have different data types here for you to choose, right? So if it is choice, you can pick choice. If it is just a text field, a single line, you pick text. If it's a multiple line, let's say you are asking the person to explain plenty things, and you are going to get different paragraph. You pick a multiple line. Person means you are going to pick the person within the organization. So if you go here, if I search whatever I search there, the person should be someone within the organization. The number, number, it should be a number, yes or no option, hyperlink, currency, all this, image, and all that, lookup, all that, right? They are all, for lookup, it's a different thing on its own, right? So let's just do the simple one and just go away. So now we are going to do choice, right? So let me pick choice. So let me name this type. So I can do this drink, and I can do this food, right? So let me just take this off, and I will just save this. So type with name. This name already exists, right? So there are other options. There are other tabs that already exist, but they are hidden. They are default default, they are there. Okay, so that's why. So let's say product type, right? Product type. All right, so I think let me add one last thing. So I want to add image. Okay, so product image. Let me see if there is something here for me to do. Because let me just forget this and go on. All right, so the image has to come first, right? So I want to hide this, right? I want to take it off. I know most of you have this challenge, so I'm just doing it now so that you learn how to do that, right? Sometimes people want to take this off. You know, this particular title is compulsory. It's compulsory whenever you have it here. It's always compulsory, okay? And it's a test field. But then some people always want to take it off. They want to take it off, not just hide it, but they want to take it off. And you can't do that here. Always, you have to do that in the settings. I'm sure most of you have been facing that. So it's good. I'm going to do that to you. So I'm going to do that with you so that you learn how that is done as well, right? So when you come to the list, that's it here. So that's the title there. So I'll just take it off, then make it not compulsory. Go down, save it. I'm sure this event is recorded. So if you mess it up, I mean, that's fine. If not, just forget about this. I'm just trying to take it off from my stuff. That's why. I mean, you can still make use of it, right? So let me just come here and hide this. I want to hide that column actually. So just take it off. And I'll just tap on this. So I've hidden that now. I have product image, product name, and product type, right? Okay, awesome. So I want to create an app for this. I want to create an app for this because I can't be coming here to input data here. I can't always be coming here to put input data here. So I have to create an app for this. I can go to, oh, what is this? I can go to, I think someone's microphone is on. If the person can mute it. So if I want to create, right, I can just create it straight away from make.powerapp.com. Okay, make.powerapp.com. I can actually create it here. Okay, I can create the app here. When I go to make.powerapp.com, then I'll go to create. When I go to create, I'll create a blank app, right? I'll create a blank app, or I'll create from, I can create from SharePoint list, because I'm creating from list, right? But I can still get it from there. I can create a blank app, then I'll call my data there as well. Anyhow I want to do it. But then why not go the simple way? This is already there. Everything is integrated into the system. You have automate here as in when maybe someone types something here, you should alert someone, or you should process automate or do anything. That's why you use the automate. But you can then integrate it here. The same way you have the automate here, you can create a flow and other stuff. You can visualize this list that you are seeing here, so that when maybe a particular product is going higher than one product, you can visualize it here and also see it with Power BI, right? You can then create an app, because we want to create an app with it, right? So you can create an app with it straight away. So you see, I didn't have to go into Power App to go and create the app. But inside here, I'll just type what my app is about. So maybe products. So let's say MLSA Ghana products. Right? So I'll just click on create. After clicking on create, all I have to do is just to wait for the app to get ready, right? That's all I have to do. Just wait for the app to get ready. Nothing else. I'm not going to touch anything. The app is going to get ready for me to use. So it also depends on your internet. It should be created within 1 second. I mean, just 1 to 2 seconds. But if your internet is slow like mine, because I'm outside today, I'm trying to stop this. Let me see if it works. So I have to get this app created within some few minutes. Just give it 2-3 minutes. It should be ready. Okay. I don't need this now. Yeah. I think it's popping up. Wow. Okay, getting ready. Yes. Okay. Loading. So it's just connecting my data source. It's just connecting my data source to the interface. That's what it's doing here. Yeah. So it's just connecting to it. So that's all. All right. Okay, so let's keep waiting for it to load, then we can start using it. Wow, this has really kept long. Like, it has really kept long. I didn't expect. Oh, I mean, the internet. Oh, man. Okay, so the app is ready. I mean, you can all see it. The app is ready. I'm just going to talk a little about the interface, then the features of the whole. You remember I mentioned about the studio, right? So this is the studio. I'm just going to brush through quickly. So we have this left pane where you have the Power Automate. You can connect Automate here. You have where you can download media files, that's audio files, and then picture files, images, everything here. You have your data source here, your container where it shows that you can connect a data here, right? You can add or you can insert an icon or anything, image, anything actually, line, circle, anything insert, you will get it here, right? Button, text label, all this you are seeing here actually can be picked from here, right? Come up. Then you have this where you have your screens, okay? You have your screens here as well. You have components here. You can create components to be reused whilst you are building the app, okay? So something like this, you can create something like the header alone as a component, and you'll be using it within the application. So that's the component side. Then when you tap on something, like let's tap on something like this. If you tap on something like this, what pop up here or is called the properties. So the properties for that particular thing is just like properties for your media files or video or those kind of stuff. Yes, so this is the properties for this particular thing you've clicked on. So whatever you touch here will affect it. So if I delete something here, it will actually affect here. It will take effect here. So you realize it has taken effect here. Whatever you touch here is for that particular thing you've selected. So if I select this bar like this, I'm trying to select the top bar. Yes. If I select the top bar like this, I can change the color of it to any color I like. You can see what is going on, right? And the same bar is here. So you realize I have to change the color for all the bars. That's why we use the component. So if I do this in the component, I only go and change the color in the component, then it will affect everything here. Okay, that's why we have the component. But then you don't need to go there for now. If you're a beginner, just this is how the app is created. Now we don't have any data in the app. So we are going to add data here. Then we see if it populates here, right? So this is our back end and this is our front end. So you realize anything you do when you build this app within the organization, at the end, you can export the data and give it to your boss. Or you can display the data if you are good with Power BI, right? You can display it on it as well. So let's test this application. So we can save this application now that is created. Always remember to save your application. Always remember to save, because you are building in the cloud. It doesn't mean it's always going to be saved down for you. But always remember to saving it for the first time is very important. So you always remember to save your application for the first time. Then now, if you don't save, at least it's in the cloud. But if you don't save it at all and it goes off, then that's all. You are not going to get your, you're not going to get your application. You are going to start all over again. Yes, as I mentioned earlier on, my data is really messy. But I hope it's saved soon. All right, so whilst it's saving, okay, it's saved. So this is the formula bar. Okay, this is where you put in your codes. Okay, this is the Power FX bar. So the language or the code for Power Apps or the Power Platform is called Power FX. Okay, so that's what we put in here. And then when you come here, it's also the properties for whatever you select. Okay, it's also the properties for that. And all that you saw here can also be found here. But then we have background color. You can change the background color. Everything is here. You can change the background color to any color you like. Okay, you can change the background image. You can upload a different image. You can do a whole lot of stuff here. Awesome. So I'm just going to get an image. Let's see. I did drink, right? So let me see Fanta. Right. I need an image for Fanta, right? So let me go to images. So I just want you to appreciate what we have built, right? So let's just have patience and just try this out. So let me save this on the desktop. I will name this Fanta. So now let me get probably beans, gobe. Oh, I want gobe. People know gobe, right? Hey, what am I doing? Beans and curry, right? Means you are not making gobe popular. You have to make gobe popular. Yes, so let me get. You see the way I suffered to get gobe online. Hey, I say gobe pa almighty gobe. All right, so I have at least 2. Let me see if I can add more. So let me see. Let me see Wachi. Okay, so I like this. All right, so I didn't give it a name. Sorry. Okay, so now let me go back to my let me go back to my Power Apps. Run this application, right? Okay, then I'll go to add. So title. All right, yes. So there's something I missed out, right? When your app is created, make sure you edit the app, please. Make sure you edit the app and take off the unnecessary things that you don't need. Like this one like this, we don't need it. Just press the delete button, it will vanish, right? We need the image, right? Then the product type, we need it, right? But we don't need title. Listen, I've taken it off. Just press the delete, it will vanish. We don't need it. So what do we have here? We have product image, product name, product type. That's all we have there. So product image is the first thing, right? You can bring it first. You can arrange anyhow you want. All you need to do is select this field, entire field here. Then you come to edit field. You can arrange it. I mean, we just start here. You can move it down, up and down, right? So this is your data field that it has been connected. This is the data field we created, the list. So this is on the edit screen, and all the screens are connected to each other, what we call layers in the Android development. So when you come here, we have the detail screen. On the detail screen, that one too, I'll look at it. Things that I don't like, I'll take them off. Product name, I need product name. Product type, I need it. Product image, I need it. So I'll leave that one there. Then this is the browse screen. Browse screen is your main screen. Okay, so we have 3 screens, and every screen has a function that it performs. So let me click on this. If I click on add, it will move to the next screen, which is what? The edit screen. So it will ask me for the product name. You remember, right? So the product name is called Fanta. So I'll just type the Fanta there. Then the product type, you remember I made it optional. Drink and also food. Inside here, that's what I made it, drink and food for the product type. I made it choice. That one is called choice. So when you go to add new, you select choice. That's what I did. So it has also created the app with the choice field. So I'll take drink, then the image, I'll tap on this. When I tap on it, it will open my desktop for me, or my system for me to look for the image. Hey, I can't find the image though. Hey, the image didn't come here. Okay, the image is here, Fanta. So I'll pick this. So you see how it works. When I'm done, I'll just save it. If I'm done saving, this should go into my database. So right now it has uploaded Fanta here. This should go into my database. Let me refresh this. This data should come here. Have you seen it? Fanta, and it's under drink. So whatever I do here should come into my database. Whatever I add here. So if I add gobe here, then I pick food. Then I select the image for the gobe. Right? Then I'll save that also. So I'm getting them arranged here. And you know, I can search. So you can type Fanta. If you type Fanta here, it will what's happening? Oh, meaning I have to change the search, what the search is for. So if you type Fanta, it should list the Fanta for you. So the search is actually under drink. I hope so. So you can actually change the code. I have to look for the code. So the search, I have to link one option to it because remember I've hidden some of the stuff out there. Yeah. So mostly I think it's the title that is linked to this because it created itself from scratch. Yeah. So you can add, you can refresh, you can actually arrange them descending and ascending order. I think all depend on the title that I've taken out, but then you can actually recode it yourself if you want to. So let's add the last product, which is what was it, Impo? I think Wachi. So let me just add Wachi to it. Then tap here. That's the last one. So I'll just save that one to as well. So now I have 3 products, right? 1, 2, 3. You see how it works? Really cool, right? You can design it. This image, this product that this display the image, right? So when you edit anything here, it affects all this because they are all one. But if you want to edit only this, then it means you have to unlock it. So whatever you edit here, it affects all this. So I want this to be round. Okay, I want it to be nicely displayed, like round. I hope it's this, right? Let me see. Before that, I have to change something. Okay, let me see if it works. It works, but then the size, yes. Okay, the size is actually the same thing. So I don't know why it's still not round. Okay, so it's actually the image. Okay, the image I uploaded. You realize this one is round actually. So the image I uploaded, they are not perfect square images, right? So it's normal. So if I run it, you realize it has made it round, but the images are not perfect square. This particular one wants to be a perfect square, and that's why it's looking nicely like that. All right, so you can view it. If you tap here, you can view it. So you see product name Fanta, product type drink, then the image pops down here. Anyone that you clicked on, you see it here nicely. So we've created an app just within some few seconds. And I mean, this can be used within the organization to take data from the employees without making them come here to come and do anything here, right? You just give them this link, you share this link with them. So this is used within the organization. So when you're ready, you just publish it. If not time, I could have just displayed it on my phone for you to see. So I will just log in on my phone with even a different address, right? I have different tenants address here. This particular address is a different address. This particular address is a different address. I can open a different address also on my phone, which is also part of this tenant or this company. So when I open that also, you will see the application I've created also on my phone, the same application. So I can use my phone to upload whatever information that you want me to upload. All right, so that's it for the Power Apps with SharePoint, creating an app from SharePoint list with Power Apps. I know you guys enjoy it, and it was very quick. And I mean, even though it was quick, I'm sure you guys have learned something new. And then, if you have any question, I'm here to answer you guys. Just feel free and flow it. Let's get it going. Yeah, so I think I can hand over to the MC. So if you have any question, then I'll start taking that up from there. Yeah, Divine, you have a question, right? I can't find the MCs here, so Divine, you can ask your question.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Shadrach for the presentation. I really enjoyed it. Okay, my question is, what is the difference between the list, using the list, and the solution?
Using the list and what?
Solution.
Solution.
Yes, creating the columns from solution. I saw you created the. Okay, I don't know. I was.
I
was.
said I created a column from solution. I'm
Yes,
trying to find out.
yes,
Are you
like
talking about something like
when
this?
you are using the database, when you created it from the database,
I didn't create it from
they'll
data.
direct you to. Okay, but the procedures you use to create this thing, when you go to the database and you are creating from the solution, it gives you similar things. So I don't know what.
Oh, you are talking about the Power App solution, the package where you do the solution packages.
Yes, when you create the similar column like the way you created the product name and stuff.
So so are you talking about database?
Yes, please.
What are you asking there actually?
I don't know. The way you created this thing from the list, can you use is it similar using the solution to create as the way you created?
Yeah. So when you are in there, when you are in the what's the name? You are in database, right? You create your tables and other stuff there. You can create your app there. That's where we use what's the name? I'm trying to figure out something. So you see how you see how it is integrated here, right? Do you get me? You can see my screen.
Yes.
See how it's integrated here, right? The same way it's also integrated there. Okay, I've published this app already, so I can go back. Leave. I'm just messing up all this. Leave. So when you create a table in database, right, you can still be able to create an app from there straight away. Okay, straight away from there. Or you can come to the blank and go and pull your data from there. I don't know if you understand me.
Okay. So when you see the left side of the screen, the flow, under the flow, there is a solution.
Yeah, I know about solution. So solution is where you create your packages. Yeah, I've created other stuffs in here. So you create packages in solution. So that when you are exporting, you export all of them, boom, then you push them out. So I have a COVID test application. My COVID test application, the package lies here in solution. This is where I created it.
Okay.
I created a new solution, created, how do you call it? What's the name? Created my database, right? Then I built all that, right? So if I enter into my COVID app right now, you are going to see, that's my solution, right? You are going to see all my stuff that I used in building it. These are my tables. Do you get it? I have one chatbot in it, but the chatbot in it, I was supposed to create it here, but I didn't create it. I created it outside the solution. So I have a chatbot in it. I have sitemaps. I have tables. So you can see I have tables here because I created it here. Okay, my application is actually not, what's the name? Let me just go back. Okay, so the application I created, okay, if you come to blank app like this, you have Canvas app and you have database, that's building from database, that's the model driven app. Okay, my application is based on model driven app. Do you understand? That's why I created it in the database. Yes. So you can still build, but you see the solution, you don't build application here. You build a solution as a package. Then, so that's what I'm saying. So you build a solution, you give it a name. so that inside the solution you can have everything, flows and everything you use. I don't know if you understand. So it's like a package. You are going to have everything inside here. So if I ask you to export it for me, right? When you are exporting it, you export the entire package for me. But then if I build it in Canvas and I split it, this is here, this is here, this is here, this is here, and I'm exporting it, I have to export it one after the other to you. Do you get me?
Okay. Yes, please.
Yes, but when it's everything is here and you're exporting, you move everything once. But then you have to create a database. You have to create a table to handle this. You need a table. Without a table, you can't create an app. And then when the table is done, is this a table? This is a table. Then when the table is created, so this table like this, if I click on it, when it is created, right, you can create an app from it. Look at it here.
Okay.
Yes, so that's how it is. So you can build from there, but for the beginner purposes, we just want to remain here on the database, on the blank app with SharePoint list and other stuff, so that, I mean, you pick it up gradually. You can go into the complex side. That's what you are trying to do, right? So you go to the complex side. That's a different thing. Right? You can also build a blank app. And then you connect your blank app to the application as to the data that you've created. Like the data we created, we can create a blank app and then pull the data here straight away. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that steps thing like creating straight away. You can now pull it from here, but then you have to add your data. Okay, so you have to add your data here before you can do that. All right, so any question again?
Samuel Kabutse has raising up his hand, so please you can ask your question, right? Samuel.
Yes. Hello, Shari.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So I have some few questions. So does my company need to have the Microsoft 365 to be able to use the Power Apps? I have a number of questions. So the first one is that if I design it, is it that everybody must have an M365 account before they can use it? And then if I'm entering the data, do I have to be connected to the internet before I can enter data? Let's say if I'm entering from my phone or from my laptop, do I always have to be connected to the internet? And with the lists also, can I export the data from the list to Excel? For example, if maybe I want to have it in Excel format, is it possible to export it? So these are my questions.
All right. So with the first one, you need M365 account to run the application, and it's run within the organization. I think with Power Pages, with Power Pages, you can actually move it outside the organization as well. So these are security policies. Okay, there have been upgrades also all over where you can sign security policies. You can make the app visible now for people outside the organization, but then that one I think has to be based on connecting with other platforms. Then, if I remember very well, but it's possible one way or the other. But you see, for now, the M365 is a package within the organization, right? And before someone can access it, the person needs to have an account. The person needs to be part of the company. That's what we call the tenant account, right? So there's always a global account, and there are other accounts that falls under it. So that person needs to, so global accounts, we have global accounts, admin, then the tenants have to all have their accounts. So it's just like in school, you have access to Gmail, you have your own school account, which has access to Gmail. It's the same thing, having M365 account from Microsoft that will be powered, just like my school. My school uses an email which is powered by Microsoft, right? So I have
Okay.
my s.inusa@duc.edu.gh, but it is powered by Microsoft. I can use it to access M365 platforms. Okay, so my school bought it. That was in 2020 due to the COVID era, just for lectures to have online lectures on the Teams. So that is a package, and you can get the entire organization into that umbrella, right, where they can all come together and work within the organization, within teams, right? If you know how teams work. So that's how these things work, right? So you need that account. Then the other one, exporting the data, is just here. It's just right here. You can export the data just right here. Okay. You can configure this. You can configure this into your application as well. But you can just do it here, right? You can configure this with your flow as well, or you can just do it just right here. You can export CSV. You can export to Excel, or you can export to Power BI. Anyhow you like it, right? So that's how it works.
Oh, okay. And
I think you asked another
to
question, right?
yes, do you need data to enter? If I'm an employee, do I have to have data to enter? And do I have to be connected to the internet to enter data through the Power Apps?
Yes, you need data to do that. Yes, you need data to do that.
Okay, okay. And a quick one, please, the integrate, that's where you create the app from.
Come again.
The integrate, the one at the top near the automate, is that where you created the app from the list side, where you clicked on? I want to be sure about that. Where you clicked on it and then you selected Power Apps.
The integrate. Come again with that question, actually.
Oh, okay. Please, where the export is, the next is automate, and the next is integrate. Hello? Shadi, it seems you are muted.
Yeah, hello. Can you guys hear
Yeah.
me now? I just want to wrap up. You can hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can
sorry,
hear you.
I think I went off for a while. I didn't notice my hand has raised on there. Yeah, so I am now moving from where I am now. So I couldn't actually get your question well. But then I think what was the question again? If you can ask the, if not, I can just hand over straight to Prince. Then you just chat with me quickly. I'll just reply. You can drop it in the chat session. Let me just reply you quickly, right? So that they can take over to the next speaker.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. So Prince, over to you guys. I think we've spent much time. You can reach out to your next speakers.
Yeah. So we're actually within time, and we're actually within time, and we are going according to the program outline, and we are exactly on time. So I'll hand over to So this Microsoft Power Apps or Microsoft Power Platform, and what it did now is Microsoft Power Apps. And as I said, the recording will be shared on the Microsoft, on the MLSA Ghana YouTube channel, and we will share. Don't worry, we have your emails, and we'll share the link with you guys once it is published on the YouTube channel. And so we have our next speaker. So I'll hand over to Sewa. Sewa will introduce our next. He said it's available, and he'll be joining the call very soon. So once he joins, then you go ahead and start. Yes.
I'm actually on the call.
Okay,
but
thank
I'm
you.
Oh,
into
okay, so Sewa, so it's on the call already. So Sewa, so just take over.
Sure. So thank you, Prince, for that. And thank you very much, Shadrach, for enlightening us on our own app. Okay, so moving on, we would be taking our next presentation from our next speaker, who is Olamrewaju Oyinbuki, and he'll be speaking to us on breaking into tech or internships and LinkedIn optimization. So you are welcome, Olamrewaju.
Thank you very much, the team. Can I confirm that you can hear me loud and clear?
Yes, please, I can hear you. We can hear you. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, great. So I'm trying to quickly optimize some things here. By the way, I'm not in my office in Lagos, Nigeria, so I'm right in Egypt at the moment, and the network is not reliable for me based on the way I consume data. So most of the calls engagement I've been having, I do have issues. So I'm trying to look for what is best, what is optimal. Say maybe I put off my video. I'm trying to put it on so that you can get to see my face, and then I will turn it off, so that we can conserve some bandwidth. And I'm going to share my screen so that we can then go through what I have today. I want it to be more of a conversation, taking us through this whole journey in the next couple of minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, so that I can get to listen to you. I can get to answer, your questions. Okay. Just please permit me just a second to put on the light here so that the video can be on. Okay, but first let me share my slide. I think that should be a starting point. While I'm sharing that, I also want to say a huge, awesome job. Kudos to Shadrach. That session was interesting. Those were the things that I got exposed to right early in 2020 when I started my journey. And that literally, when I started my journey in Power Platform, and that led to myself winning the most exceptional employee of the year in 2020 in the midst of lockdown. By then, I was a data scientist. I was building machine learning model, but the business was locked down. And I literally had to look at what other things can I support the business with. And I found Power Platform, and I was able to build some applications, automated over 15 processes. At the end of the year, I was awarded, not because of the recommendation machine learning model that I built, no, but because of the quick wins I was able to provide to the business. So you see, Learning Power Platform is not just for Power Platform developers. Whatsoever you do today, you're a software programmer, you are this, you're that. If you have this, is an additional skill because it enables you to deliver quick wins to solve business pain points and challenges. I'm just going to put up my video now and see if you can manage to see my screen. Sorry. Not so sure what is showing here. Can you see my face?
No. Into tech.
No.
No. Okay.
The screen is visible now.
My screen is visible, but you can't see my face. Interesting.
Turn off again.
So your
I've
screen
put
is
up,
dark. Your screen is dark at the moment when you shared it.
okay.
Yeah.
So please do bear with me to take my picture and share in the chat so that you get to see, because I'm super excited to be on this call with you guys today. All right, without taking much time, without further ado, let me go straight into what we have for today. And I'm going to talk to you about breaking into tech. Where is the place of internship? How about optimizing your LinkedIn? And let us get this straight. Tech is more than open and accessible than before. When we talk about tech, it is more open and accessible than before. There was a time when it took only computer science students to talk about tech because they seem to understand what is happening in that space. Today, tech is open to virtually everybody and every field. If you study biology, I have people that study languages, local languages in Nigeria, and they are playing so well in tech space today in different roles and capacities. The new evolution of technology space that we have moved into, speak of ChatGPT, the open AI, which is being integrated into almost applications and services today, and we'll continue to see that. They are making it easier for us to play our role in the tech. For example, all this walkthrough that Shadrach has shared on how to build these power apps, if you go to ChatGPT and put that same topic of power apps, how can I build the power apps that can do this based on what Shadrach has shared with us? It's going to break it down for you. Oh, click on the create a screen, create a database, go back again and ask, how can I create a database? It's going to guide you as well. Do you see that much more than we can ever imagine? The whole space of tech is more open and accessible. What makes tech difficult is acquisition of skill. It is not because there's no tool. People are, even on your phone today, you can do many things. These power apps, Power Automate, you can even do that if all you have is mobile phone. You can still go on your phone, put your phone browser on desktop mode, and it takes some navigation, but you'll be able to do close to, things that someone will do, especially if you're using Power Automate, because that one does not require drag and drop. You just select and add, just to let us know these things were not possible, a couple of years before. So if you are still at the middle or at the hustle is real. So my people are caring for me if I've eaten, and that is why I got a call and it distorted the thing. But I hope I'm back now.
Yeah, you're back.
Yes, please, you are back. You are back. Can we
I'm
hear
not
you?
back.
Yeah.
Okay,
You are
good.
back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're back.
All right. So the primary message I want to send, here as I move forward now is to tell you that if you are considering tech, it is open than before. Don't think it's difficult. I don't know how to do this. I feel overwhelmed and I think I cannot do it. No. It is just for you to have access to the right set of information. And let me quickly share some things with you in terms of openness. Why is tech open than before? Businesses want to drive sustainable growth. And what I'm sharing with you is exactly what I shared at the Takeda Mini MBA program yesterday. To those people doing the MBA program, as a class. And meaning, if you can try to understand this slide right here, you will understand how huge the market is for you. You will understand what is your unique goal, how you can really play your game in this space. If you know what business are facing, right now, business want to drive sustainable business growth. That is the challenge. Meaning they want to continue to make profit year over year, not to make profit once. During lockdown, because all software as a service services, they were making it. More people were going to Microsoft. More people were subscribing to Zoom, pricing. More people were using different cloud services. But after that, the cost of subscribing to those services went up. And they have to start cutting costs. And that's why I keep hearing the word do more with less. So they were unable to, this thing were already eating into their profit. And so business want to continue to grow. So it's a challenge for them today. Then how can business truly grow? They want to do more with less. So what I need to do before, if I can do it, that you can see many organizations laying off people. They want to do the same thing with lesser people so that they can save costs. And how can they do that? One of the vehicles they can use is workplace collaboration, automation, and productivity. Workplace collaboration, automation, and productivity. This is the way to do more with less so that they can achieve sustainable business growth. In your head, whatsoever tech skill you are learning today, your end goal should be tied to this thing that I just illustrate. If you are learning web development, I'm trying to be able to automate things for them by building a website or building an app that can enable business to do this instead of using manual processes so that they can do more with less and drive a sustainable business growth. Take it from someone who is analyzing data. I want to be able to provide insight into company in such a way that they can collaborate more, they can take data-driven decisions so that they can do more with less and drive sustainable business growth. The moment you can see what you are doing or what you are trying to learn and how it contributes to this that I just showed you, then you have a business mindset. And that is what wins interview as we get there gradually. It is not, I've done this, I've done that. How does those things deliver value? But now that you're understanding it from the value point of view, you then know that if I learn this, oh, this thing can help me to do this in an organization, it can bring this value to them, and it can help them to do more with less, and it can drive sustainable business growth. The message and the key point at Microsoft and for all Microsoft applications and technologies is to do more with less. So if you are learning any Microsoft tools today, Power BI, I'm telling you, you are doing more with less. Power Apps like Shadrach has already led us. You see how easy it is. In 2011, I started web development. I was writing HTML in my book. I don't have system, I don't have phone. When someone is teaching me, I will write it down. When I borrow a friend's phone, I will browse HTML, I will write it in my book. I was practicing with my book. After I was able to borrow some friend's system, to build a page was difficult, not talk of developing an application. So you can pick up a data, you go to Microsoft list, create a table and put the column there and click 2 or 3 buttons and automatically a 3-screen application is created that is functional. That is automagic. That's to show you how Microsoft tools and technology really make it possible to do more with less. You don't need to go and study computer science before you can do all the things Shadrach has showed us. If you are learning, .NET, the MAUI kit of .NET can enable you to do almost the same thing as Power Apps. When you do drag and drop to a component and build an application, a window application, without writing core codes. At the back end, you use some connections and code to connect. But the front end is not so much of codes. Just to let you know, whatsoever tech skill you are learning today, as far as they have a touch base with Microsoft technology, they're already enabling people to do more with less. Satya Nadella, this time around, this is Satya Nadella, that's the chairman and CEO of Microsoft, and this is Charles Lamana, who is the corporate vice president of business applications and platform. He's the one in charge of this Power Platform, Power Apps we just heard about. And he said, 50% of workplace processes can be automated using today's technology. What does that mean? It means whatsoever business have today, the technology they've invested, as far as they've invested in Microsoft, those things can enable them to automate more than 50% of their processes. But if you go to workplace today, less than 10% of their processes are automated. This automation is not just by building Power Apps. Power Automate is there to run automation. Power Apps is there to digitize and automate data collection. Power BI is there to automate insight generation. Today in Power BI, you can type something. You can type what is the total sales when you are connected to your data, and it's going to tell you, build a chart for you and tell you this total sales. It's enabling people to do more with less. People without analytical skills can ask questions about the business from the data, and they can get the answer and insight. Talk about Power Virtual Agent that can now connect your website and talk to you as if, instead of you chatting up with a bot, it's literally talking to you because it's conversational. It is generative conversational. It's not just if you click X, go and give the person Y. No. Talk about Dynamics 365, which has a huge market, but Africa is not that big for it yet. But these are things you should look out for. I'm just letting you know that, program management is the other side, UI, UX, front-end development, these are other things you can do in tech. But know that any investment in Microsoft technology will definitely pay for your career. And today, businesses are yet to take advantage of it. So if you have the skill, you can offer something. You can go back to them and tell them that how much of processes in your organization have you automated. I'm telling you, if you employ me today, beyond being a UI UX guy, I have knowledge of Power Platform. And with this Power Platform, I can help you automate processes. I can help you streamline your processes. You will be competitive. You are more better than someone who all he or she can do is just to build UI UX. If you can do mobile app development, tell them, beyond just building mobile app, in case there are, many requests in the organization, I know how to use Power Platform where I can provide quick wins and use low-code solutions to deliver that thing, saving time and giving value to the business. Come on, you have gotten more value, more to offer. So I'm just letting you know the opportunity. You should be driven by this data to accumulate more capability. So if 50% processes and Charles Lamana, it's also been projected by IDC that there's going to be 500 million new applications to be built in the next 2 years. In the next 2 years, 500 million applications. Shadrach just showed us how to build one application now. But imagine if you are using code, how many days, how many months, how long would you have studied and practiced before you can build that kind of functional application? And how long will it take you to deliver it? Meanwhile, businesses need over 500 million applications in the next 2 years. And if you say, oh, let them go and get developers, there's going to be a lot of developers. How many skilled developers do we have? And in the US alone, there's already developer shortfall of 4 million in the US market, not to even talk of Africa. You are from Ghana, I'm from Nigeria, we're from Kenya, all around. We know how much of our developers are now working for companies in Europe because there's a short skill there. And they're taking our skill here to do the work for them over there. Why banking services and other companies in Nigeria, all these African countries are now suffering because their services are not as quality as before. We are seeing intermittent failure in their service delivery because the skills that should be working on that has gone somewhere where they are pulling more demand on them. So there is no way to cover this gap. When you see 500 million new applications, just know what implication. Number one, software developers are involved because it's not just mobile app, mobile web, different form of apps to be built. Software developers are involved, program managers are involved, product managers are involved, UI UX guys are involved. What do we call it now? Database or cloud services are involved. Data analysis, all these app are generating data, they're involved. Every tech role you can think of today, they're involved. So I'm not just talking to app developers so that you know this is a growth potential and it opened up a lot of opportunity in the tech space. And there is shortfall. So how can the world meet up with this? Simple. By 2025, 70% of new applications developed by enterprises will use low-code or no-code technologies, such as what Shadrach has demonstrated. You see why it is important, right? Because there's no way they can meet up with these 500 million applications. There's no way they can get the skill because there's already skill shortfall. So if low code can develop this and we don't need already experienced people like that, why not get them? Why not get them to do it? I'm not a mobile app developer. In 2020, I built an app for my organization. They use it, they still use them today. Automated processes, they still use them today. So will you say, because I'm doing that, no, that it must be a developer that will do that? No way. This is to let you know that the tech role is changing and is growing very fast. And beyond that, we've also found out that even the core developers, they are now turning to low code. 7.4 million developers use Power Platform every month. Because when you come to their team, they do something for you and you're asking for, oh, no, don't worry, I can build an app that will help you do that. I'll just use Power Apps. Quickly, they will use Power to deliver that and then continue to write their code for other applications. Don't get me wrong, they will never replace each other. Low-code developers will never replace traditional developers. And traditional developers cannot do the work alone. So you can see the huge gap. So it's having the best people that will thrive are those who can augment their skill. Whatsoever you are learning today, add this kind of low-skill technology to yourself. And that is why, because low-code turbocharges your development potential, ability to turn results on time. So why not do it? Why not add it? Why not see the opportunity? In the industry, the tech space. Every month, over 20 million people are using Power Platform, not as a developer, as users. And it's growing very fast. There was nothing like Power Platform in the last 5 years, previous 5 years. All these things, all of a sudden, in 5 years. The role, the developers, the applications, and many things like that. So let's now talk about career, getting into, now that you see that there is opportunity at Microsoft, I don't really mean Microsoft, I even mean in the tech space. There is opportunity for you in the tech space. Let's talk about job. Let's talk about internship. First, what I found out is a lot of people does not have access to information. You think job will just come for you, or your mind is not even fixed. I will look for a job. No, let me skill up, I will get a job automatically. Things like that. It's not so. So breaking into tech, which is the first part of this speaking engagement, I've shared with you how the opportunity that we have in the tech space. And whatsoever you do today, I just want you to know that there is opportunity in the tech space. And those people who will thrive, they are those who can accumulate capability. Meaning whatsoever you are learning, in case you are not learning Power Platform, I'm going to encourage you, try and find ways to learn Power Platform. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Take Microsoft Learn challenges. You just practice one or two things. Have this general idea. You don't have to be expert there. Have the general idea. So that when you go for interview, you are putting yourself out there, you can give more than the role you are, because even the things you are learning, you are still not expert. But if you can tell them, I can do this, I can also do more than that, that makes you more valuable. And I told you, one of the pain points of organizations today is process optimization, workplace collaboration, automation, and productivity. And that is exactly what Power Platform solves. So you have a skill aside what you are learning, you also have additional skill that can solve pain points in organization. And I've never seen that person who will go to an interview as a finance analyst. Either you are studying banking and finance, and you are being interview for finance analyst role, and you defended what you can do, and you tell them beyond just financial statement analysis and the job decision in my role, I have knowledge with Power Platform. I can automate, processes, things that are taking longer time, and make them faster. I can look to the way I work and optimize it, and build application that can help me do some things better, so that I can save more time to do more for the business. Nobody will say that they will drop the person and go and pick someone whose only thing the person knows is just, finance analyst, just the way you have known it. So this is opening your eyes to how to become competitive in the market. It is accumulated capability. Because technology is changing the way we work. So you must be able to do more than what you are doing before. All the things you call work before, technology is making it easier. And what else are you doing? If not, if you are not relevant, they're going to let you go. So you need to be able to prove that I'm doing more than that, so that I can stay relevant. If you go to careers.microsoft.com, take time, at least in a month, once in a month, go there. Search for internship roles. Search for junior roles in different technology. You will see some. Make an attempt. One thing I found out is this: if you do not prepare for opportunity, there are high chances that you will lose the opportunity. So when opportunity shows up, and that is when you are keying into the opportunity, you will lose it. Opportunity only favors those who are for it. If you have not tried to apply for an application standard, Microsoft is one of those standards that you have to defend, write cover letter, talk about your job role, put everything in order, everything together. If you have not done that, the day you will see one that you need everything, you see that those information are not in your head. You are not patient enough to give 2 or 3 days or 5 days to prepare and apply. All you want to do immediately is to submit your CV and close up. And that's the impression they will have about you. And at the end, they will reject that. So first, go ahead and search. Job search in itself is work. Just the way you are learning the skill now, job search is also work. I'm going to share one or two things there. And that leads me to this. It is better to be hunted than to hunt. Oh, in the job space. This one, you see a lion should defend itself, should hunt for food, you should hunt. But I'm telling you, in the job space, it is better to be hunted than to hunt. What do I mean by this? It is better you are discovered by someone and you are employed than you constantly looking for a job out there. I was just doing my work. I was just doing my thing. And Microsoft messaged me on LinkedIn. Guy, we have this opportunity. Take the link, go and apply. I don't know them before. I don't know my manager before. He sent me connection request. He sent me the link that I should go and apply. Not for the junior, senior role. That is when you are haunted. I have people today who are haunted. Some are in Europe today. They left Nigeria. They're just done with school. They were haunted because on LinkedIn, they were just showing what they were doing. They were just busy telling the story about themselves and the skill they were learning. And before you know what is there, they get the job. They were haunted. Don't get me wrong. Haunting is good. But I'm telling you that it is better to be haunted than to want. Because when you are haunted, it's more or less that the job is done for you. It's more or less. But when you're hunting, you have a lot of work. That's the beginning of the work. For someone to come to you and hunt for you, they have already picked an interest. Just for you to sustain that impression. So when it comes to internship, I will mention 2 or 3 things here. First, go ahead, try international internship, global internship, and look for those community, careers.microsoft.com. Go to other, sites for Google, IBM, and the rest, and also look inward. Look to the country you are in. Are you even connected? I do have presence on LinkedIn. I'm still going to get there. Are you connected to these people that are already working? Are you posting and they're seeing your work and you are tagging them sometimes? So don't think you will stay on campus and learn, and when you are done from campus, you now go and get your job, you just go and get a job. No. It is better to do the work now so that it is easier and you can shorten the time after graduation to getting your job or even getting a job. I have student ambassadors and even students that are not even ambassadors that are working and they are students. Many of them that have referred. I don't just refer, I refer because I can see your track record. I see you have the skill. I don't refer because you're a student ambassador or because you're a student. You have a way, you must have been able to show me that you can do these things. And one of the things I reference to is your LinkedIn. So I'm going to talk about it shortly. If you want to be haunted, you must have projects that can showcase your strength. For example, if you are learning Power Apps here, how many people have you seen? How many have you seen people showcasing their Power App project out there? That is why I created this portfolio, aka.ms/GitHub for me series. If you are learning Power Apps, for example, you can go and challenge yourself and build any of these applications. Employee Net Promoter Score application or peer-to-peer mentorship application using Power Apps. Impressive, right? Yes, you can use Power Apps. Build those things, learn. If you're learning Power BI as a challenge, no, these are 3 Power BI challenges. Go and challenge yourself and grow. And in each of those link, if you go to that GitHub, you will see the link that will guide you and show you how to document when you are done doing this project, the exact way to document it on GitHub and then showcase it so that you can get more attention based on the effort you have committed to that project. You must be able to show and prove what you can do by what you have done. There is no way. I can never bank on promises. I can never give anybody a job on promise. I can never recommend anybody on promise. You must be able to show me what you've done. And I can then say that, oh, from this, you can be able to do others. It doesn't have to be the biggest solution. So as you are learning, your goal should be, what can I showcase with this thing? Not that I've taken 3 courses, I've taken 5 courses. What can you showcase with the course you've taken? This is just an example of Power BI Challenge and Power Apps. There are others, because I know this is not only what you guys are learning. If you are learning program management, which program have you organized? Can you come out and speak and share the picture and show the skills you learned and the kind of things you do and the results you achieve? Can you document them and write about it? If you're into product management, how have you done the design thinking process? What are the examples? Pick up a small application or a project, do design thinking process, share it. Make sure the best practices are embedded, share it. You are into UI UX, can you collaborate with someone that is building a Power Apps and say, let me design the UI UX of this application? Oh, amazing things. So whatsoever you're learning in tech today, always make sure the way to show and to prove you are learning is by doing projects. There is no way to convince me. There is no way to convince recruiter you are good. It is not by word of mouth. It is by what you have done. Show me what you can do by what you have done. Optimizing your LinkedIn. And I'm just going to talk here and talk about this few points and we'll take questions because I'm always done. On your LinkedIn, choose the right profile picture for LinkedIn. Your profile picture speaks volume. I've seen some people, whose profile picture is even empty and you are looking for a job on LinkedIn. It should be corporate. I don't mean put tie and wear suit. If you guys are techie, wear a jacket, wear a round neck. Let your face be bright. Smile. If you are nerd, hey, display it. Let them know. Let's see let them infer that. Put on your glasses. Shake your dread. Your color there, put it there. Because personality speaks volume and it starts from visual representation of yourself. And your profile picture is one of it. Add a background photo on your LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be too jumper. It could be a simple background photo and just say one thing. I innovate constantly. You could say anything. I learn and I apply. I'm customer obsessed. I'm focused on only business driven, only value driven business. It could be anything. It could even be icons of the tools and certification you've had. It could be. You must be intentional. You have to be intentional with the way you handle your LinkedIn. And I'm telling you, not by just word of mouth. I have several people, including myself, that have gotten a significant change in our career because of LinkedIn. So I think I can speak to this. I can share. It's a secret. Don't share with other people. Sorry, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. But it's open, but only few people are practicing it. So it's not a secret. Turn your summary into your story. When you go to about on your profile, what kind of story do you want people to know about you? So ChatGPT can help you try your story today. If you are thinking, go to ChatGPT, type to it, describe yourself. I am so old, I'm interested in this technology, I can work for this kind of company, I like this, I like that. Write a brief about me story. Continue to regenerate the response until you see the one that fits you. You can even so that you have a story and set the tone of the story. Let it be maybe enthusiastic, let it be polite, or let it be this, let it be unofficial, so that, when they see, they say, oh, come on, this is the right of guy. This is the kind of guy we want to work with. I have chased after people on many occasions. They are still in school. To let you know how much LinkedIn can convert. I've chased many after people. No, I have a job for you. Can say, I'm still in school. You are still in school and you are this skillful and you have this kind of optimized LinkedIn and you have set your career, on a good stand. Yeah. Then the next will be grow your story, grow your network. You need to start connecting to the right set of people. I receive a lot of requests on LinkedIn every time, and many of them I don't accept. When you are sending connection requests, if it's on your mobile, click on the 3-dot option and go to personalize invite. Type something about that person. I went through your profile. I like what you're doing. I'm interested in learning more, and I believe I can also gain by by having you in my network. As simple as that. Or I attended this call with you. You spoke so well, and I was really encouraged. I want to follow you and see the work you do, and I'll be happy if I can be in your connection. The day there will be opportunity and the chat need to be initiated, you will see it's not on an empty canvas. Something has shown that, oh, this is the kind of person this person is. Oh, he or she has messaged me before, interested in this kind of thing, has indicated that, okay, now we can continue now. It's not an empty canvas. So going forward, it might be stressful, but make sure you write something about your story, about the person, so that you can connect them together. Few words, less than 100 words. On your profile, list your relevant skills. Take skill assessment. You are good with what? Go and take assessment on LinkedIn. Add it to your profile. You are good with paper, go and take it there. Oh, I'm good with GitHub. Go and take GitHub assessment. Everything you are saying you are good, go and assess yourself. And GitHub, LinkedIn actually rank and improve your profile, optimize your profile for job when you have the skill assessment, when you pass skill assessment. Yes, because it's easier for the platform to validate you have all those skills you have written out there, because you have taken assessment that we put together and you have passed them. So we can push you than someone else who is just claiming all the title, all the I can do SQL, I can do this, I can do that. Where's the way to, how do you prove to us? You don't even have any accredited badges, just the course certificate of completion of the course, and you are calling it you are certified. No. Showcase your passion for learning. When you learn something, make sure you constantly post on LinkedIn. See, you don't know now. You might get 1 like, 2 like, or even 0 like. But you have to be consistent. People that are getting 100,000 likes or 10 likes or 100 likes today, it's not day one. They also started that same way. So if you are discouraged, don't be discouraged. Just make sure the message is going out there. If you focus on growing your network, you do a project, you put the screenshot, you tag some relevant people that you know they can pass comment. For example, you do any of the challenges that I'm pushing to you here, tag me. Beyond that, I'm going to share. I'm even finding a way to spotlight and show people to the global community, those people that work on this project. Those are the opportunities you can take advantage of. I know time is not on our side, and I've taken huge time to talk. I want to speak to you. I could go on and on, start talking about what to do to optimize your LinkedIn, what to do this, what to do that, but I want to hear you. I want us to talk. So that's why I touched this and I leave others for conversation. Thank you, team, Ghana MLSA. I can take questions and we can discuss now. Wow, have I been disconnected?
All right, so no, you're right on the call. So please, if you have any question, kindly raise your hand. Use the raise your hand button to raise your hand and ask. Yes. So we have Victor there. So Victor, come off mute and ask your question. He lowered his hand again. So anyone, if you have any question, Mr. Oyembuki is right on the call and is willing to Manomante. All right, so Manomante, come off mute and ask your question.
All right, so quick question. I just want to find out how you were able to overcome like imposter syndrome. Sometimes posting on LinkedIn, like you work on lots of projects, you do lots of things, but actually it's like there is a fear to actually share the things you are doing. So how do you actually like overcome certain things, or actually trying to actually craft a post to actually put it out there? It's like it seems more difficult than even doing a project. You've done projects, you've done stuff, but actually sharing becomes a problem because maybe you might be an introvert, and sometimes coming out to tell people about your projects to you feels like you're boasting or you're trying to be a show off. So how do you actually come out like that? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Very, very good question. Thank you very much for asking that question, because I was once in that situation. I was once there. And so I think I can speak to this. You're right. For so many reasons, the background we grew up from, the way we were nurtured, the nature around us and everything, developmental psychology, so many factors plays in to make some introvert and some extrovert. However, when it comes to getting yourself out there are some things you can do. Okay, take for example, I used to use this analogy that how can you get a job without an interview? You must have been the CEO or your brother is the CEO or anything, but you know it's not so common. Before you get a job offer, you must go for interview. How do you go for an interview if you are not invited? We just show up there. You know, we know people that can show up. You know, I have some friends that they just show up somewhere, but very rare cases. So you must have been invited to an interview before you can attend the interview. And you know, after the interview, the chances that you might get the job is also there. But how do you get invited if you are not noticed by the recruiter? So there's going to be applications, even more than one. But the recruiter will pick some and leave out some. So what makes them pick some and leave out some is because they were noticed. And what plays into that are so many things. So take it this way. If you think you are speaking to one person, then you won't have issue. It's because you think you are speaking to millions of people. Everything you are doing on LinkedIn is because of one person. And who is that person? Your potential recruiter. So think about it that way. Well, I'm not putting this out there for anybody. I don't care what you guys are saying. I'm speaking to someone who will recruit me. Hey, I just finished this project. These are the things I've done. The moment you can imagine it that way, that I'm writing this, I'm talking to only one person, and you put it out there, you see your message will become more converting. Because if you can sit down and say, okay, I'm talking to this person, what should I say? I'm done with this project. Okay, it took me 2 days to work on this project. I'm done now, and this is the dashboard, or this is evidence that I've done this project. I learned quite a number of things. To be honest, not all the things I learned that I still remember, but if I continue to do more projects, I'll be able to remember them. But these are the things that I was able to learn and do. Just where I'm talking now, talk and write it down. Post it. You get me? Don't bother. Remember, we are talking to one person, and that's someone that's what matters. It is not the volume of people there. If your message is right to that one person, don't worry. Before you know, that same post, you'll be surprised. It could go viral. You'll be surprised. A lot of people are like, because it's resonating with them. It's resonating with them. So one thing that I advise is this. First, to yourself, see who you are sharing this message with as one person. You are talking it privately with someone, but you are just, instead of you talking in your mouth, you are typing it down. That can help you to close your eyes to, you know, I'm not care. I don't even know if someone else is saying this. It's just one person that I want to see, and that's the person that will employ me, or that will, you know, validate this case and employ me. So that can really help you address at initially, you know, the fear of, you know, is this strong? And I want to tell you, there is no project that is stupid. There's no project that is worse. There's no project that is bad. If you take your time to do it, share it. And it is not bad that maybe it's not of the best quality now. You are growing. When you look back 2-3 years, you'll be happy because you see where you were. It's also a way to demonstrate growth to your recruiter. You could even tell someone else, 5-6 months ago, I started learning Power Platform. Go and put a link on LinkedIn where you shared maybe the first project you did in Power Platform. I just finished this project. I just did that. I love Power Platform, and the next couple of months I'll be learning more, but my focus is now that I can deliver more value to business that you posted 6 months ago. And this is not because you have improved your skill. You posted new one. You have done many projects. You now see the quality of project you are doing. And you are talking to a recruiter. You can just put the two links on one slide. Copy, screenshot the LinkedIn for the latest project you've done your post, screenshot the one for the former one, put them beside each other. As I just want to show you this. This is to let you know I'm someone who is committed to growth. 6 months ago, this is what I started. Now, this is what I could do. Might not even be the topic of discussion. How you see how you're able to convince someone? Is strong evidence that you are growing, even to yourself, evident that, so if you are not putting out there and documenting out there, while you are keeping to yourself, nobody will notice you as long as you continue to keep to yourself. You should do something that will make you notice so that you other process and stages of getting job can be easier. I hope this helps. I just hope it helps. That was the way I see it. I thought nothing is stupid. I'm speaking to only one person. She'll see me sometime conversing in my text on LinkedIn. Today, I know a student that used to do that very well, Rachel Irabo. He struggled with this as well. But look at Rachel today. In case some of you don't know, Rachel finished school, just last year, and December. Even before December, Rachel has left Nigeria. She is now in Malta working. She got noticed on LinkedIn, and she was picked from there. The engagement, the interview, everything left from there. And when she's sharing that thing, today I could not see light to charge my generator, to charge my phone and system. So I went to my neighbor to go and plug my system. It was only charged for 20 minutes, and this is what I was able to do. That's how she will put all those things there, those stories. You'll be wondering, but in reality, that was it. She was consistent sharing. This is what I did today. Today I was so tired, my back was paining me, but I only read documentation on Power Apps. This thing, I don't even understand it very much, but I read page 1 and this. That is growth. Some days, it's been quite a number of weeks now. Now I've been able to build my first Power application. I did not do it on my own. I was able to ask this person, you tag them for help, and they help me here. But in this application, these are the things you can do with it. You can click here to play with the application or play through the screenshot, as you can see, attached. Great. So I hope this helps, hopefully.
All right, that's great. So Yembuki, we also have Philip. Philip raised his hands. Philip, do you have any questions?
Yes, I have a quick question. So,
Yes.
sir, I appreciate for your submission. It's quite encouraging and enlightening. My question is, how do you create a repository on the GitHub? I'm quite in tune with a couple of projects on aside Power Apps. I do other stuff on Wikimedia, language translation, and other stuff. But I want to create a repository on GitHub and then start posting on my project for what I've done so far. So can you share your experience on that platform as well? So that's my question.
Okay. Thank you. So what I'm going to say is simple. This link is the answer. aka.ms GitHub for Me series. Why? Because I created this series because of people like you who are looking for opportunity to document whatsoever project they've done. So even though it's targeting data analysts, pipeline developer, but it's for everyone. And if you go to that page, this is the page, you see myself and Clifford Homer, who is a GitHub campus expert, is from Kenya. He did a breakdown, how to register on LinkedIn, GitHub, how to create even your own GitHub profile, README, and all those things. Move on from there. And this is Benga Obikoya. Benga Obikoya is a dentist. Look at what I'm saying. This guy is a dentist. He's now a data analyst now. He's a dentist that finished from University of Ibadan in Nigeria, January 2023. He has gotten a job to work with a data startup in the UK. He started with 30 days of learning. 30 days of learning that I did June, July 2023. I run a lot of programs at Microsoft, targeted at students to help them upskill, so that by the time they are done with school, they have jobs. And that's why you have student ambassadors around you too, trying to help you to learn. In this series, he showed how to create a README file for project, how to edit, how to do everything is in this 51-minute video. Practical that you can follow through stage by stage. In this other series, this is a solution architect and Microsoft most valuable professional, Ayotunde Ayola. Ayotunde Ayola showed how to do the same thing, but for Power Platform project. In case you have built the Power Apps, how do I document the Power Apps properly in a way that you can get more reward? Maybe you have done 1 or 2 apps, all of a sudden nobody knows about it. It does not count for your CV. It does not count towards your reputation towards a recruiter, because you have not showcased it the way it should be showcased. He shared how to do those things. If you follow any of this tutorial, you will see how easy it is to use your README file to update repository, to do everything for any project you've done. And I hope this helps.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
All right, so great. So, Mr. Yembuki, I have one fellow student ambassador where we are trying to do something like he will share his screen, then he will show his LinkedIn profile. Then maybe if you have any suggestion on how to for him to improve in his LinkedIn profile, maybe and also for any one of us here, so that some tips on how to maybe do like set up our LinkedIn profile. So we'll be using this LinkedIn profile as a demo. So Desmond, if you're on the call, yes, if you're on the call, kindly share your screen. Desmond, I think it's left. Let me see. Desmond. All right. So I think we had someone raising his hand called Samuel. Before Samuel Desmond comes, Samuel has a question. So Samuel, kindly unmute yourself. Yes.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. My question is that in terms of LinkedIn, if you have more than one passion, how do you try to communicate that you have more than one passion? So, for example, if you are, let's say, passionate about tech, and you're also passionate about climate change, and then you're also passionate about something else, maybe an SDG. Um, like, how do you harmonize, bring all of that together, and then communicate that so that you are able to achieve your goals on LinkedIn?
Thank you for that. So you should make sure you find alignment. It's not bad to have multiple passions. So first, find alignment. So like you are passionate about tech, yes, you have some SDG goal. How does tech now comes into the SDG goal? That's the next thing. Oh, if you are into all this climate change and the rest, okay, can I build applications that can solve some of the project or that are related to climate change? So that's where you are finding the alignment. Because you shouldn't. Okay, you want to call me somewhere?
No, I was just following.
Okay, so you shouldn't have a contradictory alignment passion. Why? Because it makes it difficult to understand you. Remember, on your link, you are trying to show your image. You are not there, but when they see you, they can move. When they see your profile, they see you, they visualize you know. So when you are saying I'm into cryptocurrency and blockchain, and you are saying because it's buzzword, at what level are you into it? What do you know about it? So you are into it. And you are now saying, I'm into, you say you're a data analyst. And now say, hey, did you go for something else again? You know, I'm not cracking down on cryptocurrency and blockchain, but before you can even say, put that there, you must have done something. Not because you are trading and you are opening their app and you are trading. No. You must have maybe discovered you have built a network, you have done this, you have used blockchain to build a solution or app. That's where you can start pushing your this or that. Find out to link your passions together. And the moment you see that, oh, they are not coming together now, look for the one that is strongest and go for it first. And I want to, at a point, be a barber. You know, that is not even related to tech. Should I not put both of them together? No. What do I need first? What do I want people to know me for here? I'm a data analyst or I build apps. Good. When I continue to make my money and do all those things, I can open a barber shop that is, digitized and there are a lot of things and employ people. I don't have to go there and carry the clipper myself. There are two passions, but the time you achieve them, the time gap is different. But you can still achieve them. So anytime you see all the things you are carrying around as your passion, they are conflicting, that just drop and streamline to those that can be aligned. And once you can find those that can be aligned, good, you have it there. No, so that's going to be my point, my response to that.
Wow, thank you very, very much.
All right. So thank you, Mr. Yembuk and Samuel. So I'll quickly share my screen So I'll share my profile. I wanted to do something. Maybe so I'll share my LinkedIn profile. Let me see this. So that at least Mr. Yumbu, maybe if I need to still improve, like improve my LinkedIn, so that at least for people who like to also maybe some of us may not have our LinkedIn, may not have set up our LinkedIn yet. So yeah, I'll try to. Let me see this one. No, it's not. It's not this. It's not this. It's not this. Trying to share the screen. Okay, let me share my entire screen. Right, let me share my entire screen. Let me come here. Yeah. So, Mr. Oyembuki, there's my LinkedIn profile. That's my LinkedIn profile. So, I like to know your views as an example. So we can maybe talk about LinkedIn without even showing the attendees like how to set up your link. Though you talked about it, so this is an example, like a demo for us to use for this section. So as I'm
Good.
going through, yes.
Good. Yes, stop there because there are comments to be passed here. Number one, your
Okay.
profile picture is good. Is good.
Okay.
Because you on your background say this is your name and you're a web developer. And you have you even have a YouTube. So I can see now, you have a YouTube, I'll go and check it. If I'm a recruiter,
Okay.
I see you have a YouTube, I'll go and check it to see what you have there. I can see your GitHub link, I'll go and check it. You even have a profile or an app, a web that I can visit. Let me go and see what is there. So without even scrolling through, just on this background page alone, I have a message about you. You claim to be a web developer. Okay, let's see. Let's see what you have. You've had a web. Let me go and check the address to see what is there. You have a YouTube. Let me see what you are saying there. When you get to YouTube and all you are saying is how to trade forex, then you know it's a conflicting, thing. So there should be alignment. I should see something that talks about this web development if I go to your YouTube. If I go to your GitHub, I should see things, maybe some repo, even with one or two. And it also determines the way it depends on the way you have optimized your GitHub as well. So that's what GitHub for Me series does. You see how people document projects properly. That when I see that, the next thing is to pick a phone and say, Prince, you must come to my company. Those level of conviction that see, this is skillful. Good. Your picture is good. Then your title. I have issues there. You see, I think Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, that is not descriptive enough. Your title should be more than your title. So
Okay.
Microsoft Learn Go Student Ambassador, you can put there's this line, straight line on your keyboard. You can put two of it to separate and then say, I help business grow, or I accelerate business growth, or I focus on application for this, or if you have a domain or a niche, something that speaks to business. Something that speaks to business. Not a long sentence. Very short. Or your certifications. If you have certification, you put it there. So that they can see on same profile, this guy beyond the title, he has this certification, he has this certification. If I ask you, how many Microsoft certifications do you have? Please.
I'm yet to get one. I'm yet to get one. Yeah, yet, yeah. So I wanted to get some I started in February trying to get it, but like February second week, I was done with some learning parts, but I had some project to work on, and like that kept me away. But I'll definitely get one. Yeah, I'll get the fundamentals like on the Azure first before I'll move on. I'll definitely get one before I leave the program. Yes.
Good.
But yeah.
So that's awesome. So you should have it there if you have.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that is missing from this first view of your profile. Because don't get me, the background image does not have to be the best of the classic, best of the design. No. Can I infer from there image about you? First, I see you. The shirt you wear here shows you are attending the tech conference. You even have a filter, at the front. It shows that, this filter is a language. So if I'm recruiting for a software developer, I understand these things. So you are speaking to someone, you are speaking to a recruiter already by the way you appear. You have shown me on your background you're a web developer. Oh, I should check your GitHub. Oh, you even have a GitHub. Okay, good. So you must have known about web development because you have a GitHub now. Yes, let me check your YouTube. Oh, let me check this link to the app. That is a correct message right from there. So then scroll down.
Okay. So
and you also have a link to MLSA. I see MLSA something there at the top.
Yes. So yeah,
Yeah.
It's a blog I wrote about how to become a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. Yes.
You see, and right there,
So
featured post is very important. So now I can see you.
post.
Yes, I see the all-night coding aspect. You see now, exactly. So I know that you guys, you have been investing in your skill, learning all night. Without even, I can see, I'm already building in my head who Prince is without meeting Prince. So this guy was paid off. Oh, I will check it out. Oh, after putting in the what you see. Prince, you have a lot of this. I love what I'm seeing right here. See the feature post. Just today I received a call. Yeah, story. That is it. You tell your story. This event is going to be very, yeah, exactly. I can see, oh, you actually organize events. So look at the kind of event you organize and I'm the part of. Look at the kind of event you are speaking. Those things makes your profile complete. You get me? So this feature story is very important. I love what I'm saying. Okay, so I was thinking I would make a lot of correction, but see now you are already, you've already done most of the things I was looking at, watching out for. So if you've not done that on your profile, please feature some of your posts. How will you feature posts if all you have done is to like and retweet and repost other people's posts? So what will you now feature on your own? So that's why you should also tell a story. Take it as if you are talking to yourself. If you are thinking or you are worried about grammar, see, none of us brought this mother. English is not our mother tongue. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Yoruba side of Nigeria. This English, I don't, just to talk and people can understand me, that is all. First, find a way, express yourself first. As you continue to be able to call, if you can see, oh, maybe I should wrote, I wrote right. Let me go and edit. But you can edit, especially in LinkedIn, so you can go there and edit. And another thing you can do is to make sure that Grammarly is connected to your browser.
Yes.
So that when you are writing on LinkedIn, it's easy. Sometimes it's even correct and let you see this thing is wrongly spelled, and you can correct. Those little corrections goes a long way too. And today, even on Microsoft Edge, Bing browser, you can do amazingly well. You can chat with ChatGPT, in Bing and say, I did this. Oh, you guys have not seen it. There's a new feature in LinkedIn now that is coming up that enables you to generate responses, chat, posts. It's going to just the way generate posts about this project I just completed, make the do you have access to Bing? So I'm not sure everyone does, so that you can show this.
I have access to it.
Exactly. This is even a playground for most especially, but the one that's even embedded into LinkedIn. That on LinkedIn you can use it. So right there, say for example, write me a. You can say create. You can even say create a 300 or 500 words LinkedIn post about a powerhouse project that I just completed. You can say 200 words, LinkedIn post about a Power Apps project I just completed. But you must give this solution the details I just completed.
Yes.
Full stop now. Start typing. Yeah, just full stop now. Start typing. The app what can the app do? For example, the app enables people to pair each other for lessons. For example, the app enables to pair students for tutoring, for something like that. Let's just describe something. Peer students, for tutoring. It has maybe admin view. and student can use it anytime with a very, it has admin view. Student can use it anytime. We say with a very impressive UI. So you're literally describing what you've done, the application, and ChatGPT just create a story for you. Okay, yes, and you're just going to create a sort of PVB. See, and you can post that if you want to edit, if you want to change anything, you can change it. See what we have here. How many lines, Prince, did you type to there? How many lines did you type?
Yeah, I said 200 words, so I think this one will be almost some.
Yes, you be around that. So, and I'm saying that you type two lines, and look at what was able to generate for you. Yeah, it's 2 lines, right?
It's
so look at it
200
now.
words. Yes.
I mean, what you type to the Bing is 2 lines.
Yeah.
2 lines,
2
right?
lines. Yes, 2 lines. Yeah, 2
And see
lines.
what was generated for you. Even though because we have distributed 200 words. Say, I'm excited to share that I've just completed a Power App that enables students to pay for tutoring. This app is a local solution that leverages the Microsoft Power Platform to connect data and logic across various sources. It has an admin view that allows teachers to manage. Did you tell the app that the teacher can manage this thing from admin view?
No, yeah, I said something about admin, but I didn't tell like teachers. Yeah, I didn't.
It's to show the generative power right here. You see,
yes.
You that you don't even know how to describe if you are the one doing it, you might not be able to express it this way. But I'll show you this. It also has a student view that allows students to access the app at any time and see the assigned tutor or tutee. This app aims to facilitate peer learning and collaboration among students, as well as reduce the workload for teachers. You see the value now. I'm proud of what I have achieved with Power Apps, and I look forward to creating more innovative solutions in the future. If you're interested in learning more about Power Apps, check this link for an overview of what it can do. You can say if you're interested in learning more about the applications I've built, check this link. That's where you can now edit. You get me? So you can copy this and edit and make it suitable for yourself.
Yes. Right. So let's go back to the profile. Yeah. So this is the about. So when it comes to the about, it's something small half over here.
I see you, Seth, you are laughing. So is it that you know? Is it that you know what is wrong, or you just think that this profile is not optimal? This about is not optimal. So here it is. About is about you.
Yes.
And the tone can be of different ways. If you're a manager, you can focus on a official tone because any job you are needing from that manager level could be maybe a CEO or a C-suite role. So you have to be, your tone should really be something official. But for a student or a early career starter, your tone should be so fluid and cut across several sessions. E.g., Prince Adimado, is a web developer interested in, you see, you are interested. So what are you doing? Prince, you are interested
I'm interested
in
in
backend web development.
web
Okay, which one are
development.
you now doing? Which one are you doing?
This one, so I was just currently I'm building projects using React.js front-end development. That's what I'm currently doing now.
Yes, so you are currently doing this. So you are saying you are interested.
Yeah. So yeah, yes.
You're already doing these things. So Prince Amado is a web developer. I'm interested in. You are already doing this.
Yes.
You are a web developer, using whatever framework you are using now, you put it there. You can now say, I'm also interested, over time. In fact, you don't even need to say I'm also interested. On that skill, when you are listing them, when you put Python Django, in case you have not used it, you can say in view, so that they know that, you also want to learn this, or currently learning this, or planning to learn this. But the message should be, now you see what I'm saying now. Prince Adimado is a web developer you are not interested. You're already doing this thing, except if you are not doing it. So if you're already doing it, put it there. Or currently doing this, learning, you are learning by building projects, good. Instead of saying he's currently learning by building projects, since you have said that you are learning, is a web developer using so to build web applications, then you can say that my approach to my philosophy is learn and have something to showcase, for example. Yes. And this is why, as I learn every day, I build solutions to demonstrate what I've learned. Do you know we are already convincing someone? Yeah, this is the person. Immediately as I'm reading, I say, this kind of guy that I want. Yes. No, people are pragmatic. They go ahead. They're not just taking courses. They're doing something with it. Do you get that tone, the excitement from my hand, just going through this?
Yes. Yes.
So, and I moved on to, you also love to share your passion by hosting tech. Amazing. So this guy is not even holding the knowledge. He's going ahead to impart others, to empower others. So it's not about the length. So you can then highlight, after all this now, you can then highlight some of my projects.
Okay.
You get them. When I say some of your project, don't just put the project topic. Don't put the topic. What value can the project deliver? Because it might not have been used in an organization. So if you have built an app that streamline the process, what is a process? Oh, instead of people going to send approval by filling a form, by going manually and submit on the table and do all those, you built a web app, front end that can do that, then come here. Put the title of the app, put a column. This app can reduce business processes, can save so maybe 13 hours per month in business in work hours. This app can, when people see, oh, this kind of build this app, but the app can save up to 13 hours or maybe 20 hours or 50 hours per week or per month in man or work hour. When I see that kind of, I see, oh, this is the kind of people we want, who can do something. If you don't put the likely value of that app in that short form, they just see the app. They don't need to know the details of the app. What matter to business is the value. What value is the app bringing? I don't care about the app. So I wrote 10,000 of lines of code to achieve it. I don't care. What value is the app bringing? And so when you want to sell the skill, sell it from the value the skill can provide. And say, I built this app. This is what the app can do for business. And not the app can enable you to do this. No, but this app can save this number of time. This app can help you increase your revenue by so much. This app can optimize your process in the business today. This app can reduce cost by saving time. This app can do, so when you put it that way, when I'm looking at those apps, I see you've done 3 solutions and look at the value these things have. This is the kind of guy that I want. And then you go down and list your skill. When you are listing your skill, make them list and not the way you have listed it. And don't just put what you have here is hard skill.
Okay.
Where are the soft skills?
Soft skills.
People management, listening skill, presentation, communication skill, time management skill. Highlight them. Project management skill. Highlight them. Hard skill, soft skill. And when we edit today, if you press window key and full stop on your keyboard, you can add emojis so that you spice it up a bit. You get that, right?
Yes, I get it. So after this event, I'm going straight to update my profile.
I'm happy.
Yes. Yeah. So, and also when it comes to the experience, so I've listed some of my experiences here.
And I like what I see here. Student intern, I like what I see. I like the fact that you added the picture, and this picture might link back to the company you interned, right?
Yes, please. Yes.
So when I open the picture, I'm able to see the background, something that looks like the name of the company, all those things. Am I right?
Yes, please. So once I click here,
if you click on the picture, yeah. Good.
Yes.
So what that simply means is evidence that this guy was there. You get me? It's evidence that the guy was there. So if you contributed to any project there, maybe and the project is a SaaS, you can even put the link for them to demo or learn about that project and put it also and add it so that people can see I work on this kind of project. These are the few things I contributed. You are not sharing the code, but you need to say, oh, me, I manage the workflow for this, or I do this on this kind of project. So they know that you are involved in an enterprise project, or even if it's an internal project, you don't need to showcase it or do anything, but you could highlight it.
Yeah.
And in that company, as much tasks, they give you a task, come here. When you are done with that, go and rephrase it. You are not saying exactly what the task, but rephrase it to something that you added and you did. So that it's not just I work here and you just write something. Add, activities, things that you did.
Right.
So I like what you've done. I like this, you have followed the template. But school now, technical, I think the next one is your school. There are some things missing there because
school, yes. So the school, this is the school I'm at right now. Yeah.
Yes. So you even have a PDF attached to it. Good. What is there? Why do you have a PDF? Is it your
resume?
Okay,
This is my resume. Yes.
I see. So what other things? All the activities you've done on campus, where are they? Where can I see them?
Yes. So they're in my post, but I think I didn't add them here.
Good. Since you make sure that your post is good.
Yes.
It's good.
Yes.
So, but you can see highlight some again, some major. Post when you work on project, you post them, but you can also add activities. You get on campus, we hold this MLSA Ghana event, add it. So that they see why you are on campus, you did things. Later, people, your posts will keep changing. They can't see all your posts. They can't see you even change by the time you start doing more things, you change your feature posts, so people cannot even see what you've done when you're on campus. So it is when they see this activity that they can still reference. Oh, this guy did this, this guy did that, this guy did this.
Yes. Okay. So when it comes to the licenses and certifications, some of the courses I completed. Yes.
Amazing.
Come here.
But yeah, good. I like this. And much more importantly, certification. You don't have any certification here now. All you have is licenses.
Course, license and how do you call it? Courses are completed. Yes, courses are completed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this certification, you put them there. I like this volunteer thing. As you've written those, you can add activity to some of them. You get not just maybe you speak at Ignite, you speak at Student Summit, you speak at this, you do at one major thing. Just add it so that you still have them in your post, but when they go through that, they can see exactly some things. So that way, it just make those things robust. The keyword search is there because there's a lot of content that speaks to different things you've done. And so the web crawler will understand you better and profile you for opportunity when someone is searching for someone that can, take that role.
Okay.
And the role you are looking for, back to your title, please, the role you are looking for, you should put it in the title. Web developer, let it also be in your title.
Okay. So once it comes to the publications, I've done some publications. Yeah, so these are some of the publications I've done.
I love you see when I go through this now, that I'm happy because your profile has some things to update, but you also did some things right, and I always call them out. You did this also right, also.
Yes. So yes, I think that has it.
Honors and award is good. Yes. I like the fact that we went through this together. So good.
Okay. Yes. So I think that's it. This is my profile. So I stopped sharing my screen now. And if anyone in the course of me demoing my LinkedIn profile, if you have any question, so that we wrap up the events, and also say a very big thank you to our guest speaker, Mr. Oloranju Oyembuki, for coming to bless us with this very good talk. And as he was talking, I was very amazed. Anytime I hear him talk, I'm just amazed that the passion is to talk and all that. That's amazing. So if anyone have in the question, kindly raise your hand using the raise your hand button so that you ask your question. But if there are no, like if there's no question, we have this short announcement. We'll be having the day 2 of the MLSA Ghana days tomorrow to be starting at 10 a.m. in the morning. So it will be you'll be having cloud computing and IoT and also data analytics. Yes. So I think that's so getting to the start of the event, you definitely receive emails if you register for that session to emails or on the with the link. Getting to 1 hour, 30 minutes, even 5 minutes to the call, you receive emails to get the link to attend. All right. So thank you very much, Mr. Oloranju Oyembuki. So I
You're
think
welcome.
this it is the end of the event for the day 1 for today. And we thank you, like the MLSA Ghana team. We thank you very much for like joining the session, and we had a very good time. And I hope that the session 2 has been recorded and it will be uploaded on the MLSA Ghana YouTube channel. And also for those who like, for all of us registered here, like all of us on the call, the link, once it is published, the link to the recording will be sent via email. So always be checking your emails from this week going. Be checking your emails. Yes. So if any other MLSA, Emmanuel Mante is on the call, Victor is on the call, if you have anything to say, yes, you can come off mute and say it so that we wrap up the event. Emmanuel Mante,
Okay.
yes.
Victor here. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate the effort and the time you guys have dedicated to us. It's been an awesome event. We've learned so much, almost 3 hours. But the numbers have remained constant. We appreciate it so much. Mr. The last speaker, I don't want to mispronounce the name, but we really appreciate everything. For me personally, I've learned a lot because with going through Prince's profile on LinkedIn, showing us how we can optimize it and everything. We really appreciate it because for me, I've learned a lot because I had this, or I still have, and I'll try and work on it. This imposter syndrome thing. I've earned a couple of certificates, but I didn't post them on LinkedIn because I felt like people were doing so much so much better than what I am doing. So even me posting it out there might not, make any difference. But this event has helped me a lot, and I'm going to work very hard on improving myself. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you to all the speakers and all the attendees. Thank you.
All right. So Emmanuel Mante, do you have anything to say before I wrap up? I want to bring up how do you call it together? I wanted to bring us together mode so that we take a picture. But Victor, if you can access together mode, can you bring us together mode so that at least we have a picture? Vic, trying to bring us together. Let me see view. Okay, together mode is here. So hello, please can you come off? Can you show your camera, like so that we have like a together mode here? Yes, a together mode. Yeah. So just
Okay, 1 second.
bring yes. All right. So we have only we are about 20 years. Yes. So I'm still waiting for us so that once we all join, then you just all right. So can you turn on your camera? All right. So I'll just take the picture. Right. So I've taken the picture right now. We are still having more people on the. I'm still waiting for you guys to join. Turn on your camera. So I will take a picture. Right. still taking one. Right, so done it. More people are joining, so all right. So I think it's okay for now. Yes, so it's okay. It's okay. So thank you very much. I'm very, very excited. One person to have joined. Other people are okay. I think it's okay. Yes. So thank you very much. Thank you for joining. And we will see you on tomorrow's call. Tomorrow's call is coming off at 10 a.m. IoT. Mr. Samuel Adrani is coming. We'll be talking about cloud computing and IoT and how IoT IoT relates to cloud computing and how like they relate to each other and how we can start if you are interested in IoT, so data analytics. We have an MVP called Thomas Festus, who will be taking charge of the data analytics. And I tell you to be an awesome session. So thank you very much for joining and see you tomorrow on the call. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yes. Okay. The Rachel lady, what's her name?